Another
If you follow bull riding, one name echoes louder than most: Jose Vitor Leme. By the time most riders are still finding their footing, he had already etched his legacy. Two-time PBR world champion, holder of the highest ride score ever on the legendary bull Whoopa, and ranked #1 in back-to-back seasons, 2020 and 2021. But behind the glittering accolades lies a journey that's as raw and relentless as the sport itself. Today we're peeling back the curtain on Leme's rise from humble beginnings to rodeo immortality. Born on August 15, 1996, in Brazil, Jose grew up under the care of his parents before life took a sharp turn. At just 7 years old, he started riding calves, more for fun than ambition. Around that same time, his parents separated and Jose moved in with his mother. While the bulls were calling, his focus shifted. For the next decade, his heart belonged to football. 11 years of sweat and grit took him to the semi-professional level. Yet something was missing. Karate entered the picture too, but deep down, there was one dream that refused to let go: bull riding. All he needed was that one shot to prove himself. In Brazil, entering the big leagues isn't simple. The top-tier bull riding events are guarded, requiring exclusive invitations. And then, fate intervened. At 18, Jose stumbled upon his chance. A local event in Rochedo near Campo Grande, where his mother lived, opened its gates. For a kid with no track record in the sport, this was monumental. With no transportation, Jose jumped on a bicycle and pedaled 6 grueling miles to the arena and back. That ride alone showed his determination. But what happened inside the arena changed everything. His first true bull ride ended with a slap, but that taste of adrenaline lit a fire that would never burn out. From that moment on, he chased every opportunity he could find. Sometimes he walked, sometimes he rode his bike, but he never stopped showing up. His father pitched in too, gifting him a few pieces of bull riding gear to keep the dream alive. By 21, Jose was no stranger to sacrifice. Between travel costs, worn out equipment, and the bruises of the sport, he pushed forward with nothing but grit and belief. By the time Jose turned 21, he was ready to test himself on the biggest stage of all, the United States. He stepped into the PBR's premier series, but it was back home in Brazil where his true breakthrough came. In 2017, he entered the PBR Brazil Tour, and what unfolded shocked the entire circuit. In his very first season, the rookie put up an incredible 82.61 average score and punched his ticket to the finals. No one expected a newcomer to steal the spotlight, but Jose didn't just compete, he dominated. He walked away with first place and nearly $30,000 in prize money. That same year, he captured the PBR Brazil National Finals at the legendary Barretos Rodeo. And to top it off, he was crowned PBR Rookie of the Year. Those victories didn't just earn him respect, they earned him a ticket to America's PBR Velocity Tour Finals, where he placed 8th overall. But if you thought that was impressive, it was merely the opening act. Later in 2017, Jose arrived in Las Vegas for the World Finals. Under the bright lights, he delivered one of the most jaw-dropping performances in PBR history. 6 consecutive rides, 6 qualified scores, and when the dust settled, he walked away with the World Finals title and a staggering $416,000 paycheck. A star wasn't just born, he had arrived. The momentum carried into 2018. That year, Leme showcased his talent on multiple stages: the PBR Global Cup, Velocity Tour stops, and of course, the World Finals. In Vegas once again, he rode 4 out of 6 bulls and finished second overall, pocketing another $250,000. His consistency was terrifying for competitors. Every event felt like a warning shot that he was only getting better. Then came 2019. The season kicked off in Corpus Christi, Texas on the Velocity Tour, before Jose took center stage in New York City at the Unleash the Beast series. There, he stunned the crowd by winning the 15-15 bucking battle. The victories didn't stop. He claimed more titles in Georgia and South Dakota, stacking up wins and points until he was sitting at #1 in the world standings. That November, at the World Finals, the showdown everyone was waiting for unfolded. Leme brought fire, but standing across from him was Jess Lockwood, who tore through the event with 4 monster 90-point rides. Lockwood proved untouchable, edging Jose out and forcing him to settle for second in the final standings. But make no mistake, Leme's season was nothing short of legendary. He led the tour with 11 90-point rides, 10 round wins, and 47 qualified rides. Even in defeat, Jose Vitor Leme had established himself as the man to beat. repeat. The year 2020 was Jose Vitor Leme's battlefield, and from January to November, he waged war across the PBR's Unleash the Beast tour. In Salt Lake City that August, he delivered a masterpiece, riding chiseled for a jaw-dropping 94 points. A month later, in Billings, Montana, he went flawless, covering all 5 of his bulls across the weekend and capping it off with victory in the 15-15 bucking battle, taming the world champion bull smooth operator for 94.25 points. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. At the Velocity Tour Finals in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, he was thrown off both of his long round bulls. Still, the stage that truly mattered awaited, the 2020 PBR World Finals in Arlington, Texas. There, Jose etched his name into rodeo immortality. In round 3, he climbed aboard Whoopah and delivered a staggering 95.75 point ride, earning him the Lane Frost E. Brent Thurman Award for the highest marked ride of the finals. At the time, it stood as the 3rd highest score in PBR history. When the dust cleared, Leme was crowned world champion, his dominance bringing in over $1 million in earnings. But even after that, his greatest moment was still ahead. The following year, 2021, Jose shattered expectations and records. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, during the 15-15 bucking battle, he once again faced Whoopah and delivered an earth-shaking 97.75 point ride, setting the new all-time PBR record. Yet, even in a season defined by greatness, adversity came crashing in. A broken ankle, a torn groin, and core muscle injuries forced him to miss 9 events. By the time he limped into the World Finals, many wondered if he could still deliver. In round 1, he managed only 6th place, but in the championship round, when everything was on the line, Jose answered. Once again, he climbed aboard Whoopah, and this time, he unleashed the ride of a lifetime, 98.75 points, the highest scored ride in PBR history. His rider score alone was a perfect 50, another record to his name. With that ride, Jose secured his 2nd consecutive world championship, becoming only the 2nd man in history to go back-to-back. But the story took a brutal turn in 2022. At the World Finals, he came out strong, covering 4 bulls, including 2 rides that scored over 90 points. Then came round 6, matched against Crossover. Jose lasted just over 6 seconds before disaster struck. Thrown hard to the dirt, the bull came down on his chest, fracturing 4 ribs and partially collapsing his lung. The injuries were devastating, forcing him out of the competition. That year, he finished 5th overall, his ranking slipping from 4th to 5th in the world standings. A cruel reminder that in bull riding, glory and heartbreak walk hand in hand. The 2023 season began with Jose still carrying the scars of his brutal injuries. He was sidelined for the first 5 events of the UTB series, forced to watch from the outside. But in the 6th stop of the season, under the bright lights of New York City, the champion made his return. He fought his way into the championship round and squared off once again with Cliff Hanger. This time he covered for 88.25 points, securing his 2nd straight UTB event victory and rocketing back up to 2nd place in the world standings. But the magic didn't last. At the World Finals, Jose's run ended abruptly in the championship round, bucked off in just 1.8 seconds. That year, he finished 8th at the finals and 2nd overall in the PBR World Championship race. A reminder of just how razor thin the margin is at the sport's highest level. Then came 2024, a new season and a new chance at redemption. In Tucson, Arizona, Jose stormed back into the arena. In round 1, he conquered Hostage for 88.75 points. Round 2 brought another victory. Lone Star went down for 82.75 points. In the final round, he rode out with a powerful 97.5, finishing 4th overall and proving he was still very much a force. Later that season, at the 12th UTB event, he once again pushed into the championship round, but fate had other plans. An injury forced him to withdraw, leaving him 6th overall. Even so, his grit and determination had fans buzzing with anticipation, because the truth is, when Jose Vitor Leme is healthy, he doesn't just compete, he dominates. Now, all eyes are fixed on the upcoming PBR World Finals. The question looms large. Will Jose rise once again and reclaim the crown, or will the brutal nature of bull riding stand in his way? Tell us what you think. Can Jose make history one more time? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through his incredible career, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next ride.